I'm not sure what you mean by your comment. I'm not sure if you mean like how long before they go broke in doing the proper thing, or how long it'll be before they go broke if we just start taxing like that. So I don't know. I don't know the context here, and that's fine. So I'll just kind of do a catch-all. Let's say we started taxing the billionaires and we started helping the common person, and billionaires' net worth started to drop a bit. The answer, quite simply, is in no situation are the billionaires going to go broke. The thing is in helping the people, it would also help the billionaires. Even if we limited what they made to $500 million, they're still going to fare out better, and the average person is going to fare out better. One, because we're spreading the wealth more evenly, but two, in order for capitalism to exist, people really need to be spending money. So let's say, we're going to use Elon Musk for an example. Let's say we started taxing all his assets, all of them, on the entire net worth. We had $44 billion. We're going to tax him to a point that only has $22 billion. Okay. These are just made up numbers, but just for example. All right. Tesla wants to sell cars to pump up the stock is what he wants to do. All right. I mean, he does other things to do that, but let's just say he really wants to sell the Tesla cars, and they really did help the environment and all that. And all that rosy colored stuff. All right. So wouldn't it be better if people had enough money to afford Tesla's vehicles at a higher price point, because they're being given more discretionary income to do so, that his company would make more money? His assets would value up. His company would become richer. Now, how do I know this works? Because if you take a company like Walmart, right, they have to have their prices at a certain point where people can afford to buy there. Now, they're getting away from that, and they're going to have a problem if they do this. But Walmart makes their stuff just affordable that about 65% of the population in the United States, because that's the number we're looking at, below middle class, can afford to shop at Walmart. So Walmart makes tons of money. So they keep their prices in line, and they keep a lot of their goodies that people can buy, including TVs, in line, that you can afford to buy that stuff, which makes them more money. So by ensuring the consumer can buy more products within their store, they make more money overall. Walmart makes more money, the stocks go up, the store gets richer, and they keep perpetuating that. They're getting away from that, unfortunately, because they just don't seem to understand that lesson. Sam Walton had that idea originally. He's not a clean man either. There were problems there. But they won't. No, they won't have the billions and billions they can't spend, but at the same time, they won't need it because they'll still be making money. Their assets will value up. Let's say a billionaire just has money in stock of other companies. Well, if you're like Elon Musk and you're just greedy and your company's the most expensive company, but it's starving other companies, then your company isn't going to be worth much, and the other company's going to be devalued. Any assets you have aren't going to be worth much. The more money that circulates in our economy for the common person, the better it is. Think about this. Is it better to have the 1% hoarding all the money, or 65% spending more of that money out? And again, keep in mind that for every dollar a person spends, a common person like you and me, it creates $5 of growth within the economy, or $5 within the economy, because of how that money is spent and what it does. A lot of people dispute that math, but it is an economic fact. A billionaire, on the other hand, they take their money, they take all of it, and they put it into safe baskets where they do not spend it. So, for example, when Jeff Bezos buys a yacht, it doesn't help the common man. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help the economy. A lot of these billionaires buy foreign goods that do not come back into our economy, which is fine to buy foreign goods, but when you're buying them on a scale of things like yachts, because some yachts are not bought here, and they buy houses in other countries, they're helping those other countries by buying a house sometimes, not all the time. They ruin those economies too, and a lot of foreign countries have complained about this, but they're not spending the money here. It's just like if I was to start buying products from Alibaba to support myself. That money goes to China. It doesn't stay in the United States. That money doesn't go anywhere. So those are the kind of problems there. But no, they wouldn't go broke. That's the thing. The billionaires aren't going to go broke. I guarantee you that right now. They could donate a portion of their money. They still wouldn't go broke because of the tax write-off. There's a lot of that in there. So it's all completely doable. But they choose not to because they're greedy and they want to hoard that money. And to them, money is power. And they think by holding it, they're going to have all this power. But they're devaluing the dollar. And when 65% of the country can't afford to buy anything anymore and nobody's buying their stuff, they're not going to have companies anymore. It's just not going to happen. It will crumble and fall apart. The bottom is going to fall out here very soon.